can't believe I've got to make this video, but it's got to a situation where it has gotten a lot worse, and it's got to a point where it's not easy to get to. This is not a usual video, and it's definitely not a video I wanted to have to make, because I didn't want this to get to where it was. But I've got no choice now to put it out there so other people know of the situation that me and other people are in, and to actually put the truth out there. So it all started off on a DayZ server called Survivor City, where in their Discord server, people are asking about the server for Dear Isle. And bear in mind, this server was actually out and open to use just about a year ago. And then all of a sudden, it was locked. I was unsure about the reason why it was locked, because I didn't play DayZ for about 8 months. So then I come back, I was like, when's the Dear Isle server coming back up? And they said, it'll be soon, we'll keep you updated. I was like, okay, expecting soon, probably within the next week. That's what soon means. Realistically, should not take any longer. 2 weeks go by, and I've asked, what's happening? Message gets deleted. I was like, okay. And then one of the moderators goes and puts into the chat, we're deleting all messages asking about the server. It's like, okay then. I'm not gonna do anything about that. I'm not an admin, I'm not an owner. It is what it is. Fast forward another week, where I put a little GIF in chat. The GIF I'll put on screen right now. So just a little funny meme GIF, that was all it was. And then that got deleted. And then I go to say, why is the GIF being deleted? It's a little funny GIF, that's all it was. And then, same situation again, where it's getting a message from this owner, not the owner, sorry, from the admin. I'm not going to name them, because actually I have respect, unlike some of them, which you will see later on in the video. And that's when I got a message from someone else in the server, the Discord server. And this, I'll read through the whole thing just so you can keep up to date. She goes, well, luckily the full name's not there. She goes, well, Chia keeps deleting everyone's messages because I don't want people on the server, I guess. I go, well, that's what I was trying to work out on, but Hallmark said he was the one deleting them. She then goes, no, Chia's been deleting messages for 3 weeks now. I didn't know this was happening. This is why I was confused, and this is why they was messaging me. I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea why. She goes, we have been 4 people writing in chat and wondering because we want to play, but then I think she got rude deleting and telling others to stop writing or else. I don't know, I think she can tell us to stop wondering because it maybe stresses Viper and all staff, but I call bullshit. Now this is where I think, if it's stressing someone, when realistically we need to hear it from the person themselves, not some third party thing where they're trying to control what they don't own. If it was stressing him, let him tell us. But we didn't get any word from the owner apart from, which you'll see in the video, is there'll be an update. Unfortunately, I don't have that part, but I'll explain what the update was. I go, bruh, that's full mental abuse of power. She goes, I think it's rude to be like this to people who want to play on the server. I've agreed. I'm kind of tired of it, that's why I'm writing this. I think more people should know about it, but it's hard to write in the DayZ's Discord server because she's deleting. But yes, I 100% agree. Put it in DayZ's film about it. No one will join then. I'm not gonna lie, the server, 3 years ago, the server was popping. 30, 50 members at a time. It doesn't even get one now. And I literally will get this up in a second. Well, she put, well, I don't think anyone will now. Anyways, they said they've waited for an update for 3 weeks. They keep promising stuff and they get mad when we write in, don't get it. This is another situation. Remember when I asked about it, it was 3 weeks ago and there's still nothing to date. This was the response to the Discord server about them deleting my GIF when the admin says to DM her. I was like, I shouldn't need to DM something over something petty. I simply put a funny little gif in chat and you chose to delete a harmless little meme. You want a community, but yet you guys are throwing trash into people's faces. We're actually asking for things. It's straight up rude. And this is the kind of abusive power you guys are holding since I've not played the server for months. I can see why the servers are now dead. You guys' own actions are what brings you consequences. If you don't want people to ask about something that are being lied to, then simply do two things. Or both. Delete the server and games server because it's absolutely disgusting behaviour. She goes, well, yeah, instant delete, because they immediately deleted the message. I said, well, I'll put my message in now and I'll see what she does. Well, like I said, I'll expose them, which I'm doing now. Well, then she goes, well, it's a weird way to handle a situation when you're kind of running a server/Discord server. Exactly. Well, then she goes, I mean, of course, it'll be some people that can't understand all of this, but I ruined it since the start. She started deleting, and also me and her boyfriend, I'm going to blur that, have been writing and being nicely, and just wonder because we wanted to play, and then all of this, no respect whatsoever. And yes, I think a lot of people just lost respect for it. And I agree. So many people lost respect for this server now because of what they are doing. Well, Viper has just sent me a friend request, so I'll probably get an answer from him. She's the one that's causing problems for everyone. And yes, I did get a response from him. And this is where the issue lied from. So I explained I explained in a quick detailed message. He said he was at work. I said, okay, no problem. And then he said he'll read it after work. But that's fine. I messaged him, it was around midnight my time, UK time, and then I messaged him again saying, have you had a look at it? Actually, no, sorry, I didn't say that. I said, why am I timed out? Because all of a sudden I got randomly timed out from the server. With no answer. But okay, why am I timed out? And he goes back saying, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. 3 days have gone by. 3. Still nothing about the message I sent him. No response about my timeout. Nothing like that. So I put in the truth. And I also put, if the situation does get worse, I will just expose the truth out publicly. And then he put a message, but I didn't want to read it. I didn't want anything because I wanted the situation to die down. That was the reason I put that message, so you understood the situation. And then I didn't reply, I didn't read the message and do anything. And then, obviously, this is what happened during it. Obviously, he's at work. She also put, this also got a little bit fast after my message there. She wrote, we'll do something. This, I'm going to also blur the message because this is the boyfriend of the person who's messaging me. I don't want to expose names. I'm going to expose other people who own and are admins of the server because that's what they have done publicly as well. She go, why remove my comments and message? Why even have a Discord if you're going to remove the messages all the time? And she goes, it was stated in my last post as to why. It explained why there was a cleanup and therefore why cleanups would happen. It requested again, no one asking for updates as be posted in the appropriate announcement channel. Now, here's the thing. I'm literally in another server about a game waiting to come out. That game being Dirty Business. There is only one person. No moderators, as far as I'm aware, just the owner. He gets hundreds of messages a day asking for Steam keys, asking when the game's coming out, asking when the demo's coming out, and he does not mute ban anyone. I can even show you, which I will do. As previously seen, one post led to multiple posts following it saying it more or less the same thing. As much as we can appreciate the enthusiasm, constant posting can put pressure on the team as well as add to their workload and having to reply. That's the issue. You have a team that responds to situations like this, not delete and ignore the situation. That's what the team's there for. Response to the post about cleanups, about us not having better things to do. Not sure where this message came from, but we do thanks This includes not having to repeatedly reply to posts that we are very politely asked to not to be made. To be very clear, ask any posts asking for updates, spam posts, and will be deleted. No explanation will be given. Patients who require announcements will be posted in the appropriate announcement channel as stated a few times now. This channel will be kept clean. No replies needed. We want to talk about it, then please arrange to talk to me in a VC. Thank you. As then this post and responds. So if we see that the server is up but it's locked, we're not allowed to ask. That is what you're saying. She goes, but okay, Gia, keep deleting and keep people happy. And this is another part where I just wondered. The thing I find suspicious is that she's deleting her own messages as well. She responds, it was some message before that and some after that, but it's kind of hard to screenshot when she deletes shit. Yeah. Why couldn't she just write an update message and let that be? And we did get an updated message, but it was the most poorest, unprofessional, laziest update message about the server that I've ever seen. That message, all it said was, we are waiting for a few core mods to be updated. Thanks. That was all that the message entitled. Core mods are mods that are obviously the main priority mods and they get updated when the game gets updated. Let's have a look at when the game was updated. April 8th. It is currently the 7th of May right now. A whole month. And that server's still not up. It doesn't take a whole month for a server to be redone. Bear in mind, the server was up before last year. So it does not take that long. Something was a bit more suspicious on that end. And I don't know what's wrong with her, to be honest, but there's reasons why mods are a thing to keep people updated on things when the owner can't. As I mentioned, the team. And this is where I was shocked, because I didn't understand this part. She goes, well, I can tell you, the admins on the server don't get any info either. So I'm believing there was a huge miscommunication on the server, or there's just nothing coming around. I thought I messaged him a goddamn essay, so I'll see what he says about it. And then, obviously, just asking about if he wants to see the essay. So it all started when I put a funny little GIF in a general chat that then got deleted. After deleting my GIF, when all of a sudden, hallmark deleted. However, I knew that was not the case, as I got a DM request from Pauline stating that she keeps deleting messages. After messaging Pauline for a bit, I got to understand what was happening since I didn't really speak in server for a while. So I put a message in chat which immediately got deleted to where she goes, if I wanted to say something, then DM her. At no point should I need to DM when the server is a public space for people to talk, but now we can't even do that. I've also received messages that a lot of people have lost respect for her. They're not going to name anymore. Now I don't know where down the line she suddenly becomes so aggressive, but also deleting her messages by is very suspicious. Now I understand that stuff takes time to make, but with the delay of the server, this is where the shit has sprouted from, as no one has got any updates of what's happening, if the server will even be made, or when it will come out. So it definitely needs to be addressed about the server soon, because I believe this is going to get more out of hand, and ETA on the server would definitely get a lot of irritation off people. As we can see, that is very professionally done. There's nothing there. It's like, okay, that's a bad message. She goes, yep, sounds right about all of this. I was like, perfect. Now we can wait. Now this was the GIF that I put that sprouted all of this. And I couldn't find it any funny that this little GIF caused that whole absolute drama hell in this server. And then I screenshot this and send it her. Turned out you cannot chat, reply, or react or join voice channels during this time. 7 days, a whole week. She goes, oh my god, of course. I was like, could you and your boyfriend do me a favour? I've messaged Viper twice now to time me out in the server, but he keeps saying hang on. Could you or your boyfriend ask in chat while I'm timed out? And then she goes, yes, I did now. We'll see if I get an answer. I was like, I appreciate it. About 5-6 days go by. I was like, somehow they banned me from the server. She goes, what the fuck, Discord server? Or she was implying a DayZ server. I was like, Discord server. She was like, what the fuck? I was like, could you ask them why? Because this is petty. And this got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm fed up now. I've done this professionally. I've done this the way that should be done. And it's gotten worse as it shouldn't have. So it's like, okay, I've had enough. I was like, but can you tell them this if you would like? But I'm going to expose the truth about the server. I'll be making a video that load it onto YouTube. I was going to do TikTok, but TikTok's just shit at the moment. If you don't want them, don't worry, because my mate will. And if you're able to send it in at the server so I can send it to him, that'll be great. But she very kindly did send a link for. Now, the message that was sent. So this was the message that was sent. So banning me from your Discord server, do you think that was a smart idea? I thought I'd let this die down and not even bother messaging because we all knew that nothing was going to get done. But you decided to make the situation worse for yourself and left me no choice but to expose the truth for power abuses, moderators and a gold digging owner. I'll expand on that part in just a second. Hope you enjoy the servers while you can. While you have, because I guarantee by the end of the month things won't go well for you. Goodbye. That was the message that was sent. Now the part about gold digging owner comes to the fact of they're more than happy to put updates out about discounts and all that other stuff to try and get money for their server. Or one server that is 0 players online. And I'm going to show you. They have now locked all servers. They've got one on their Sakal server, who is the owner. Not surprised. But why is he on the Sakal server when he promised the DRL server will be sorted out when they were like there? So I only started these just so you guys could see these servers so you can know to avoid these servers. Things got a lot more complicated. She goes, yep, I'm also not allowed to write in chat. I go, fucking hell, are they on a power high right now? She goes, I have no idea. Try to write to Viper, but as always, they see like 4 words in a whole message or so. I was like, they definitely need a reality check because it's getting out of hand now. Fast forward to 4:20 PM. Now, I was live streaming at this time, so I actually had to end the live stream to get this situation sorted out as quickly as possible, because that is how out of hand it is getting. I'm going to go through step by step and address every single thing that is being said. She goes, now I'm banned. She put everything out. I'm going to send you soon. Need to feed the baby first. No problem. Also, they use members. Paulcine has been saying shit to burn me and Viper out or something. I mean, I dated you guys and I'm getting the heat. Nice. I was like, wait, huh? She goes, wait, what? Okay, that's not good, because no point was anything mentioned where you said shit about anyone. If this is the route they want to take, that's fine. I'll expose them for once and for all. Now, this is going to be a lot to go through. So, get a drink, get some food, watch it like a bloody documentary. Here we go. I'm keeping their names up there and everything like that, because you'll see that they're exposing people. I'm going to do the exact same. But I'm going to keep other people's names that shouldn't be involved out, so I don't want to get them into any more situations. She goes, hello all, welcome to our first ever topic up for discussion. I'll try to keep this brief. There is a lot to this, and I could end up writing a novel if I covered everything that went on, so here it goes. I mean, not really a novel, didn't have to discuss any about this, but here we are. Post menu general chat, basically there were a lot of repetitive posts, gifts and etc. about wanting updates about the server, how they were bored waiting and still waiting. They basically said the same thing and most were made in the same frame time. End of the day, they're just gifts. They're memes, they're funny. They're keeping your chat active because it was dead. The server was dead, the Discord server started dying. The only people that were keeping it active were people that were sending gifts. So end of the day, they didn't want any messages at all in the Discord server from what they're stating. What's the point of having a server or Discord server or a DayZ server if you're not going to want the activity in it? She goes, it was banter at first, but people wanting to show their support, but it got out of hand. Posts made by me asked to not keep to not keep asking for updates as they come in appropriate announcements channel. It continued and continued, repeating myself several times. As mentioned earlier, one update in 4 weeks, and it was the worst update of all time. I didn't get an ETA, we didn't get what's going on with the server, how long it is going to be till it is, how long the mods are going to take. We got nothing like that. We're waiting on core mods. I then cleaned up the channel and explained why. The posts still keep coming, so I put another one saying, repeating things again. I informed them that further posts would just be deleted, no explanation. They continued to post and I continued to remove. Now here's the funny part. If you're going to complain about some people questioning, deleting the messages, people aren't going to see that other people have questioned. So no one's going to see that, and they're going to ask someone else that joins or someone else that hasn't been updated in the server. They're not going to see that, so they're going to ask the question. So deleting them has actually more fucked them over than actually helped them. If you just left the messages and just responded to it and didn't delete them, there's less likely chance that anyone would have messaged because they would see and read the previous message. But they couldn't because it was deleted. So at the end of the day, they've done that to themselves, which is where I've come to the power abusive admin/mods, because it is on a huge power trip. Posts made personal comments and dig into what I was saying. I'm going to blur these two names. Were like a tag team. The person would put posts that asked who deleted this post, and the other is immediately replying to with it, someone has obviously got nothing better to do. I agreed. You've got nothing better to do but apart from delete messages. That did not need to be deleted at all. Pointless. Another one of my explanation posts, I told by to basically keep mistreating people and continue my actions, because that was you were basically mistreating people. You're telling people to stop talking in a public server. You kept deleting people's messages, and no one was getting an actual response to what they asked. But yet, these are the people that were giving you money and keeping your servers, DayZ or Discord server, active. So these are the people that are supporting you, and this is the way you're treating people. And if she goes to name me, was also a big part of a repetitive post, constantly asking for updates and posting gifts and messages about being bored. I put 4 messages in 3 weeks. One of them was the gift. So, repetitive? I don't know. Is 4 posts in 21 days repetitive? What can I say about that? He even posted replies to them, and he posted again, I removed them. When he asked who was doing it and declared it had to be me, I typed out my previous post an explanation why yet again, and then remove it. And here goes back to what we're saying. Removing your own stuff, people aren't going to see it. Removing someone asking about the server, people aren't going to see that. So more and more people are going to question about it if you're going to get rid of the fact that someone's asked. I posted that there was only to reply and to DM me. You kept posting a repeated DM, but that's where I said I was getting petty that I shouldn't need a DM over a little GIF. And she goes, yet another rather long one from lines which I didn't bother to read. There you go. That right there is proof they don't give a shit about anyone in their server. Literally that one sentence there. As long as they got money in their pocket and have a public profile, publicity of a server, they don't give a shit about what their actual members say or speak of, because they just want money in their pocket. They want to be power abusive. And I think, what the fuck's the point? I posted that there was no need for a reply and to DM me. He kept posting, I repeated DM me, there was another one from blank, I removed it, yet I never, yeah. Then he posted, yet the power is to ruin people. I didn't post that necessarily. That's where they're getting the message out of context. I said, I have a following to expose people. My mouth was dry. I have a following to expose people, expose the truth, which is what I am doing. And in his words, single-handedly are what is causing problems in this server. And damn bloody right you are. You are single-handedly causing problems in this server for everyone. You are the stress center. You literally are the center of a stress ball that can't be squished. That's what you are. Due to the threat and his blatant disregard for our gaming home, with a management meeting, he was placed on a timeout on a Discord. This meant that he was unable to repost but not comment react to them. We hope that this will provide him with the time to calm down. Hey man, like I said, I messaged him. I messaged the owner privately. Private DM. Saying, why am I timed out? I've given you a story. You know, and I let this go down. I didn't message for 3 fucking days. Then more posts from blank posted, may I ask why lines have been timed out? Because all I wanted was a simple answer. She asked for me in the server because all I wanted was a simple answer. And from this, she says, due to the threat. What threat was made? There was no threat. And that's where, again, the lies and the para-abusive admins come. This part, pointless. And then, I'm going to fully just, because this is where it got to a point where these are the last messages between me and the owner, because I had enough. Then Liza messaged Viper to insist that this timed out ban was removed when Viper told him that he would investigate them. He threatened Viper with how he would take down his community. I didn't say I'll take down. And it wasn't a threat. And this is the thing about people that own servers from a foreign country, or at least some foreign people. They treat everything as a threat when they don't like something that goes their way. Not a threat. And it goes, when Viper inquired if this was a threat, he replied, this was not a threat, it was a promise. Because it is. I'm making up to my promise. I am making a video of the situation that has happened and evolved. So it's not a threat, it's a promise. The new management meeting ensured, and he was quickly and quietly banned from the server. Okay. And this is where it's going to be a struggle to read this, so I'll try my best. But I've been reasonable and yet I've been timed out and now I'm being ignored. If this continues to go further, I'll result to exposure of disrespectful owners/admins. You can visually see the following accounts I have in my Discord profile, because I literally have the followings on my account, so I can result to the exposure. It shouldn't have got to this, but if I don't have this resolved in the next 24 hours, I'll load the truth and I won't be able to see you guys get far from it, because it got to a point where it was getting out of hand. It got so far out of hand, and in the only way, because no matter what, I would be reasonable. For the first 4 days, I was reasonable messaging, and the messages were getting ignored. So I had to make something that they would have to reply / read to. The only way to get an answer. And then he goes, hey bud, just got to the PC. Bear in mind, this is 4 days after the situation occurred. Hey bud, just got to the PC, trying to get a chi on a call and see what I can do. And disrespectful owner, excuse me, are you pushing a threat on me? Are you for real? I can be reasonable with no issues, but pushing a threat on me is not the way to go. So before we proceed with anything, explain your threat against me and my server. I was like, it's not a threat, it's a promise. It's not something I need to explain when all the evidence is there. All I asked was to be untimed out, which is literally a 2-second job. You have parabusive mods running through your Discord server, causing all kinds of problems rather than get the situation sorted ASAP. It's getting delayed, just like the DLR server, which only results to one answer, procrastination. And now I'm not going to lie, I expected better than that. Now, at this point, after this, as you can see, I didn't respond. Because I just left it as that. Let my message know and leave it, hoping things would die down. Obviously, it didn't. Because this was on 6 of the 1st. No, it wasn't 6 days ago. But it was a while ago. No, I didn't see this, so these 2 messages here are me and you, I've seen it at the time. I had mods to handle stuff while I build a server and take care of my family and doing work. It's hard to always find time, and as I said, I will get cheer on. Ask what went down. I always need to hear both sides, and I've always been fair and should be treated that way. I would ask if I didn't want... I wouldn't ask it. I would ask if I didn't want your side as well. Please send me the evidence against cheer so I have them, please. Now, here's the funny part. Why did it take 4 days for himself to address that he is busy? If he's busy, it takes a 2-second job just to put in the chat that you're busy. Because other people can't answer for you because they don't even know themselves. You can tell someone to put it, but they physically don't actually know what you're doing or what you're up to. It's you. And you go here, please send me the evidence against cheer so I have them, please. And this is where it became suspicious, because she was deleting the messages every time. No matter what. So I couldn't send any evidence. The only evidence I had was me saying that someone has told me what's happening in the server, because I have not been in the server for 8 months. The next page, his friend joined the Discord and posted and left Discord. And I said to make sure that it was me that sent you, because I'm not trying to get anyone else involved. He wanted to, by the way, join the server, because I told him the whole situation. He's like, yo, let me join the server, I'll put it in the message. He goes, so banning me from your Discord server, do you think that was a smart idea? I thought I'd let this side down and not even bother messaging, because we all know nothing was going to get done. But you decided to make the situation worse for yourself and now left me no choice but to expose the truth of power abusive mods and gold digging owner. Hope you all enjoy the servers you have, because I guarantee by the end of this month, things won't go well for you. May not be by the end of this month, but no matter what, as long as the truth is out there, I can't go, as long as the truth's out there. In the meantime, a few members of the community mentioned that blank was calling myself and Viper fit to burn. No idea where that came from. As we can see, throughout my video, never mentioned. So we have no idea where that has come from. Another lie made up that was stirred just so they can try get people to go to their side and not see the truth. And that was various rumours. Yeah, rumour, not truth. Comments and misunderstanding things were happening, so our next action was to put the post about the updated Discord rules and make clear our expectations, etc. We did not post naming names. If I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing quite a few names in this post mentioned that I am willingly going to blur out. I'm just not blurring out the names of the people that are involved, that have caused the situation, because I want them to be fully aware of the fact of their own consequences. Members posted emotes to acknowledge the posts. Members posted emotes to acknowledge the posts. Blank used a hysterical laughing emote to both mine and Rory's posts. Rory sent a DM to Blank to inquire as to why he had done this and got no reply. He sent a link to the voice channel that we were in, and again no reply. We remained there for a few hours. We then placed their accounts as read only. Why should someone need to reply to a message asking why that reaction? It's just a reaction. It's just a literally. It is just a reaction to a message. Maybe they misclicked. People like that. It's so stupid and petty to put someone in timeout over a reaction on a message. It's stupid. Anywho. 2. Reasons for actions taken. The channel was effectively being spammed and other members had to trawl through all of this to find the information they required. Information they required or information they made up? It was becoming very distracting to the team who were trying to concentrate on rebuilding the server. Team. You're more important on... You're more focused on fucking deleting messages rather than getting a DayZ server done. One DayZ server. You had, pretty sure, one owner, one server tech, which was actually the server for the DayZ servers, and 3 admins, as far as I'm aware. That's 5 people. How does it take over 4 weeks to do a server? And it definitely wasn't a fucking money problem because you definitely had the fucking money from people in the server. So, definitely wasn't that problem. It was causing needless and repetitive replies by myself. My requests were persistently ignored. And here we go again. Things weren't getting ignored if you're deleting your own fucking comments. If you didn't delete them, then you wouldn't have got asked. But you deleting saying blank, 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 so on and so forth, people ain't going to see it. And she's probably going to say, well, it was in the announcements. Every single fucking channel in that server, and they had like fucking 200 channels, mate. It was pissing me off. It got to a point where I muted so many of those channels because I just kept getting notifications and messages from those channels. One of them being announcements, because all they're talking about or announce about is discounts on their servers, like their donation packs or shit like that. I don't give a fuck about that, so I muted that shit. The only channel I had was general, unmuted. So when you're literally deleting the messages, no one's going to see about an update of the server or updating the server, like update about the Discord or DayZ server. No one's going to see it. So if you literally would have just clicked the messages there, it wouldn't have been a fucking problem. Concerns and complaints from within the community. Yeah, there was a lot of complaints from the community because of the lack of effort that was shown. As I know, Viper, and when there was drama, it stresses him out and he withdraws as he needs time to chill out. You know him. No one else does. And you can't answer for someone and other people don't know him, so he needs to answer for that. If he's the owner, he needs to explain, not explain, but just say there's some things going on. And you're saying there's going to be a lot more of a delay on the server. All that was. We didn't get any of that. That's all that needed to be said. But we didn't get that. Throughout it all, I was friendly, approachable, and prepared to listen, and was not in a rude way. That is not who I am, and how I conduct myself or treat others. It just simply isn't. Is it though? Is it? I'm seeing enough evidence to see that's not who you are. I'm seeing a different side of this person. Very different side. And that word might begin with a K. My personal opinion, my thoughts and opinions as to what has gone on. If someone truly believes that I act in a friendly or rude manner and etc., and is not even willing to discuss things, etc., then that is a you problem. I couldn't fucking message any of my problems because I was fucking banned. I couldn't say shit. And then when someone actually did message you, you blocked them, which I will show you in a second. The person messaged you, saying about what you're doing, and then you immediately ban them, block them on private messages. So then again, that whole sentence itself, is it a lie? It's a huge fucking lie. It's just to make it seem like she's not the bad guy. If choosing to be slanderous, rude, or aggressive to try belittle, harass, or threaten others, then that says more about the person that does it, about whoever they are talking about. And again, maybe a bit rude, because people weren't getting listened to. But aggressive? Not really. Belittle? Not really. Harass or threaten? Not really. It was just straight facts that was told. That was it. People were not going to other people's homes and acting in a negative fashion, and when we asked to do, or not to do, someone gets upset and blame them for your actions and decision making, you would be shown at the door. Honestly, why the fuck is she having to bring explanations or scenarios into this? If you have to bring a scenario into your message, it makes it worse for you because you need to set an example. If you're truly what you are saying, you shouldn't need examples because then people could understand. Most people buy and play games to have fun in a stress-free environment. To forget the troubles of the day, they don't want the drama. This is why I usually move to chats or private arena. I just wish people could have fun. And as I was stating, people couldn't have fun because people couldn't play the server. So the only way I was having fun was putting memes and GIFs in the chat. Harmless fucking things. And no one wanted to play the other server because it was fucked. And I'm not gonna lie, it was fucked. And I played it for about 12 hours just to make sure, I went different areas on the map. And they had different, they showed on the map where the tier loot are and all that stuff, and key cards and everything. Nothing worked. And there was no point of, the amount of times I have told them, last year, there's something wrong with this, something wrong with that. Yeah, no problem, we'll get it sorted. And it didn't get sorted. So it was pointless to even mention about that. Ultimately, I think it is rather mind-boggling and quite sad how anyone can get so upset and cause so much drama over something so pointless. Is that message about herself? Because she got upset over a GIF? Very contradicting. Or because they were asked to refrain from cluttering their channel to show a little patience and to watch the announcement channels for updates. Cluttering. Wow. I probably saw in the past 3 weeks of when this shit occurred, so when I got banned, I probably saw a total of 40 messages in her general chat in just over 3 weeks. What the fuck is that cluttering? At the end of the day, I am hopeful that things can be resolved and come down to some sort of understanding or conclusion, but if they can't, then I'll agree to disagree and wish them as well as they leave whatever the fuck their name is, which I can't say anymore, into experience new adventures elsewhere. Honestly, the fact that so much was wrote and so much was just fucking false or trying to get people to side with them when it's crazy, because as I am stating in this video, a lot of it is misdone massively. Now to add to the thing of when she got messaged privately to explain about her problems, well, got blocked. I'm going to obviously blur this person's name because I don't want them to be part of it. First of all, I think it's pretty rude of you to keep deleting and just kind of keep thinking that we all should know what's going on in everyone's lives. I don't think it's my problem if you guys is taking it like we spamming when all we want to do is play on the server and be updated. And everything we keep getting is it's coming when it's coming and deleting and shit, and that is bullshit. As you can see, she's doing it. She's giving up as well. She's fed up of all the problems that she's having because, at the end of the day, this shouldn't have happened. And she is straight up telling the truth. My brain just cut off. Please tell me how people are going to now you even work on a server if you delete your own messages. It's delusional, I think. I mean, how can another know if you delete that? And I don't know what lines wrote to him. I'm DLM telling him that I won't ever answer because all you have. Sorry, she's not English, so understand that all these messages are not going to be messed grammar, which I completely understand. I wrote to him in DM telling him that you won't ever answer because all you've been doing for the last 3 weeks is deleting everyone's messages. Literally, the first message we got from her was that. So, as we can say, nothing was said. I can't control people, so what lines wrote to wipe I don't know, and I had nothing to do with. Agreed. It was my own free will. The plus. I think it's disgusting to treat people like the way you've been doing for the last weeks, all because we want the server to come up and we want to play in it and we did like it. Is this what we get when we're asking about the server because we miss it and want to play LOL? And second of all, we don't need experts, nothing to do with that situation. And she responds, which obviously doesn't get through because she's banned. Go back to that message. Let's go back to that message. If someone truly believes that I act in an unfriendly or rude manner, etc., and is not even willing to discuss things, etc., then that is your problem. So someone was willing to and explain the situation, but what did you do? Ban them and didn't respond. How contradicting could you be? Honestly, it's the most contradicting thing I've ever seen. Why? And that's what I'm trying to, for you guys to understand how these admins and owners and mods are for this server. It is out of hand. But to add to that, don't join the servers. Discord or DayZ servers don't, because they are some of the most terrible DayZ owners I've ever seen. They don't update their games. They don't update in Discord about the problems they have. And if there is a problem in their DayZ server, they won't fix it. They can't even they can't even open a DayZ server that was open last year. It's been 4 weeks and it's still fucking locked. All of them are locked now. Look, refresh. All of them are locked. Spoiler. Well, I just want to make you guys aware of the situation that's going on. And now it's your choice. If you want to join a server or do whatever, your choice. But I'm making you aware of the situation. If you still want to play a DayZ server where you can have fun and enjoy what's going on, then I recommend not playing that. I recommend not even getting involved. That's all I have to say. Because I'm not going to, after this video's done, I am literally forgetting about this situation. I just needed something to be done for the last thing. But after this, I'm forgetting the situation, I'm leaving it out in the dirt, and that's it. So, if you have got to the end of this 50-minute video, or however long the video is, I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace out.